Hello everyone. Today I would like to introduce another custom hook for Mantine that is really useful, as I have briefly touched on in one of my previous videos. This has been my favorite hook so far. It is very simple. It's a very simple hook and it has many places to shine. So let's take a look. Basically, this hook useDidUpdate. It just calls given function in useEffect when value changes, but not when the component mounts. And as you can see, this is how it looks. Very similar to a regular useEffect hook. You can just look at it as a regular useEffect hook, except the function within doesn't run for the first time when the component mounts. It only looks at state changes. That's the key difference between useDidUpdate and useEffect. So let me show you let me show you the use cases where this can be really handy. Now we're here at Predators.net in our privacy page. Let's open up the console. Here. Let's look at the code base. So right here, initially, what happens is in our privacy page, we are getting data from the user, right? We pass it down to the privacy card, and privacy card looks at user data, and then render user data to each one of these fields accordingly. And they're all controlled by state because we are listening to state changes right here. This one corresponds to the first one right there. That's a state. And here we have multiple useDidUpdates that listen to the changes. As you can see here, we have a console.log here. If this is a regular useEffect, then we would see a, let me just show you, if I change that to useEffect, what happens is, if we refresh, boom, it runs when state changes, not when component mounts. And since it runs, we are calling a patch request for no reason because, well, the function is called for the first time that it gets rendered. And since we don't want that, we are going to go with useDidUpdate. Now let's click refresh again. And as you can see, there's no console.log, there is no patch request. And it only listens to state changes. So if I change that, function runs, great, we get a toast message. Changed again, we get a toast, right? So it only listens to state changes and it doesn't listen to component mount. Simple as that, simple hook as that, and it comes in really handy. That is it. Thank you guys for watching. You have a great one.